Peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. This is I Will Empower My Wellness channel. Today, I'm going to show you how I converted my storage shed into a greenhouse. This was one of my turning points when I started losing my weight, which I lost 175 pounds in 1 year. And this was definitely essential to my weight loss and to just being a better being in general, period. Um, so as you can see right now, looking inside of the greenhouse, well, future greenhouse, I took some one by ones and I started putting them across all the frame to try to make this frame a little bit more sturdy. I'm gonna take all the panels off and see what we have to work with. I'm on top of the roof, popping that off. I wanted to see how much sun I was gonna be able to get inside off top to see if it was actually worth doing it. Now I'm making shelves with my extra one by ones, and I'll put another one uh, kind of on top. Here we go, right there. That's where I put my last ones and kind of cut and made a makeshift shelf. So the last thing we got to do is cut the insides out of the door to let some light in through there as well. Tedious process. Definitely enjoyed it though. Now as you can see, it's wide open. You can see through it. Uh, put some more wood in between just to keep it sturdy because I do. Yeah, that was in Ohio and we get wind. So now we start to take 6 millimeter plastic and start covering up the frame. So we got the top part. That was pretty cool. Doors kind of sucked a little bit, but as you can see, I took the panels and I started cutting those, and we'll say probably maybe about 18 inches wide, and just started stacking them side by side and zipping them down with some wood screws just to give me a solid surface so I can use that to grow on as well. Not just put everything on the floor, which I didn't even put anything on the floor because I made these and the top shelf. So I was pretty satisfied with it, being able to use what I had already to repurpose it. Use your basic black duct tape. I had some tack nails, and I pretty much worked with what I had. I didn't go out and do anything fancy. I just wanted to see if it would just actually work, period. So then I took the top uh, of my roof and I started nailing those to the ground. Um, just because I didn't want to throw them away. I didn't want to have this extra waste laying around in some landfill. So I wanted to see if maybe that could protect the floor if it was wet, maybe generate some heat. I don't know. But gave it a nice touch. I was proud of it, and it worked real well with the floor. Like the floor didn't rot out or anything. Easy to clean. I mean, it's a greenhouse, so I just swept it out. As you see, I started to put holes down to some drain holes just in case I had water just sitting there. So now it's looking all buttoned up. Um, yeah, each side of it, I just use one big sheet and I cut it. I cut it off a roll, commercial size, for like maybe 50 yards length of plastic. So yeah, I just cut it and then I draped it and tried to make it as tight as possible, but not too tight because it's just plastic. But and it did insulate pretty well. So now I have uh, some of my plants that I was germinating and getting starter plants ready before I started building this inside and starting to transfer them out to see how they're going to do. So now we in the backyard. Started digging up my backyard. I think we got it up to 300 square feet. So me and my son are out there getting ready to put tomatoes in. As you see in the background, we cut down a small tree to be able to give us some more sun coverage. Um, just clear out the space enough. So now we got our tomatoes. I want to say we planted Brandywine. They came up amazing, very strong, and they took off very productive. Now we took some boards, uh, maybe some one by one by fours, two by fours, made a makeshift trellis, made a rectangle, some posts, tried to put some slats in the middle so uh, our wild tomatoes would have something to lean on. So now you get to see the whole garden. So we had anything from bell peppers, eggplant, black beans, cayenne peppers. What else do we have back there? Cucumber, watermelon. Tried to kind of, try everything. I probably spent maybe, $30 to $50 just on seeds, quality seeds, and came out real good with it. Was able to really feel at peace with this. I was able to, plant a seed, see it grow, and be able to experiment and, have a peace of mind, get back to the earth. It started helping me with my anxiety and my depression as well. Being able to be connected back to the earth is one thing that I can never go without for the rest of my life. So in the greenhouse, we started a little planter right there. So started putting, as you see, Swiss chard, has some more mild greens, lettuce, um, has some different type of herbs, but I got out of the pots and just put dirt in there, and that worked out perfectly because I already had the drain holes in it. so I didn't have to have, all little separate pots. So now, probably about a month later, everything has just taken off and went just bananas without me really doing too much of anything. Um, what I started trying to do is plant more things, but because this grow was in Ohio, we only had so much time. So here's what we harvested. I mean, it was abundance. It was out of that small area, this is what we got. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. Peace and love.